Hey, what's going on, guys? After this whole M4 Mac Mini release thing, I decided to revisit the used market in the Mac Studio world, especially the M1 chips, because M2 is still around as new. I just wanted to see what kind of prices there are out there. I will show you the averages of what I saw on eBay. So on eBay, 32 gig RAM and 512 SSD. You can find it around 1K on the low end and 1400 on the high end. And then 32 gig, 1 terabyte, 1200 on the low end and 1600 on the high end. But if you look at here, this one, look at this one. This one is a 64 gig and 1 terabyte for 1550 and it's brand new. And it even says best offer. So I wouldn't be surprised if you can put in an offer for 1400 and maybe get this one for 16 gigs of RAM and 1 terabyte hard drive. That's a really good deal because the regular price when you bought it brand new back then when M1 was still new before the M2 was 2500. So this is really 40% off right there. So right now on the used market, I think the best deals are 30 to 40% off. And if you're even luckier, you can get it at 50% off. And just keep in mind that all these M1 Mac Studios are still very close to being new because it was what released in 2021 or 2022 or something like that. So it's only been a few years for this, but I think this is the best deal that I've seen on eBay. I mean, a 64 gig, 1 terabyte. Um, Man, and look at that. It says new, brand new, unused, unopened. I don't think you could get any better than that. But this is the average what I've been seeing. Like this one right here, 32 gigs, 1 terabyte for 1300 or best offer. So I think they might even take it for let's say 1200 or even if you catch them during a desperate time, maybe even put in an offer for 1100 and they might take that. But no matter how you look at it, you're getting anywhere from 700 to $1200 off, which is amazing. And like with this guy right here, it's $1000 off, which is 40% off. And the cool part is when the M4 Mac Studio comes out next year, yeah, I think you can get a minimum of 50% off on these M1 Mac Studios. What are you thinking? And also, my thought is on the M4 Mac Studio, I think I'm 99% positive that the minimum SSD that they're going to offer is 1 terabyte. This 512 thing is a joke. But I totally feel like it's going to start off at 1 terabyte, and these 512s are going to be like how they did the Mac Minis with the 16 gigs instead of 8 gigs of RAM. I don't think they're going to boost up the RAM as default, but I think they're going to boost up the 1 terabyte as default instead of 512. What do you guys think about that? I just don't see them keeping this 512 in the market. These are the prices right here. I mean, I put it all on the screen for you just so when you're shopping on the used market, you can have a strong idea of what prices you should be looking for. You know, this one right here, look at this brand spanking new 32 gigs, 1 terabyte for 1550. But this guy here, he should be lowering down his price for another 200, which is around 1350, because this guy right here, you can get a 64 gig 1 terabyte for 1550, the same price as this other guy's offering, so so depending on what dealer you're dealing with, you can find them at various prices. That's why I gave you the low end and I gave you the high end. Also, it might depend on condition. And sometimes it might not even be the condition. All of it might be excellent condition or even brand new or open box condition, or barely used condition. I think most of these Mac Studios, a lot of these people are not pushing it, and it's just sitting there and not being utilized the way it needs to be, and you're gonna get a really good deal off of this stuff. Oh man, look at this guy right here. 2 days left. 8 terabyte one, 128 gig RAM. Let me put this on the watch list here. But this one right here, you never could know. You know, if you window shop enough and you watch it enough, you might be able to catch this on a good deal right here. It says reserve not met, so I'm thinking he's looking for at least 2,000 because it's 128 gigs of RAM and 8 terabyte hard drive. I think he's looking at least 2,000 or even 3,000. Yeah, so this guy right here, I'm not sure, he might be a scammer just because it says a classified ad. I'm not sure what all this means right here, but this is a crazy deal right here. I don't know if this guy's legit or not. $2,400 for a 4 terabyte and 192 gigs of RAM. This thing will hold you up for at least 7 to 10 years. But I don't know about, he hasn't had any reviews in the past year, even though he has 100% positive feedback and 62 items sold. Everything's been more than a year. Well, actually, this one's past 6 months. Good buyer, past 6 months. But most of it has been over a year. But would you trust this guy right here? You know, this looks like a crazy ass deal for $2,400. And he says Apple Care through 2026. This seems like one of those too good to be true type of deals. Sometimes people's account gets hacked, and then they get this crazy postings right here. But if somebody gets this deal and this is the real deal right here, this is a really amazing deal. Yeah, Sean's Mac Studio, 192 gigs of RAM. And look, it says Apple Care till August 2026. Crazy. Would you trust this one right here? Everything is listed on the screen as reference point. So hopefully, if you're in the market to buy M1 Mac Studio used, those are the prices that you should be looking at. Hopefully that helps you.